What's up? Welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast for quick picks. I am your host as always. Thanks so much for joining. Um, let's see, live on just YouTube today. If you missed it, we just did, me and Ty and myself just did a Boys of Spring episode. It is on YouTube. It was also posted on Twitter as well. So check that out. We have some UFL starting in an hour, 3 games today, and a game on Sunday at noon. I think it is, maybe at 1 o'clock, something like that. But today, full day, we got a bunch of stuff going on. We got a lot of MLB. We got some NBA playoffs. We have the UFL. We have college baseball. There is a lot to bet on. So days like this, it is hard, to make sure, or it's tricky to make sure, I guess, that, we're over it, paying attention units, being good with all that stuff. Let me hop on Twitter actually real fast here. But today might be a little bit of a shorter podcast. We'll see how many people join and what kind of interaction we have. I've been talking since 10:30 here, for about an hour now it seems, and I was chatting with Ty after that. We go back. I was going to tweet that I was live on Twitter, try to get some more people in here, but get the notes pulled up here. Today is Saturday, 4/20. Before we get into today's plays, as always, take a look back, see what we did yesterday. Yesterday, overall, in the Discord was pretty good. Hit a college baseball play, Brewers money line. DraftKings does have another early up promo. I got to look at that. Every time I think they're not going to drop it, it ends up coming in late, it seems like. So it's just, it's silly not to bet it. So I'll probably turn around and I got to find a play for that here now too, in the Discord. But I'll tell you what, Dodgers are banned. Tired of it. I'm tired of it, at least for quite a while. Dodgers lost to the Nationals a while back, killed a 2-leg money line for me. They were going against the Nationals against a rookie pitcher. They lost last night, going against the Mets. Mets have had no offense, and they lose. They end up coming, down 4-0, 5-0 here early. They end up coming back, and then they give up 6 runs in the last 3 innings or something stupid like that. Very much over the Dodgers. But let's go ahead and get into it here, guys. Well, actually, recap still, huh? Cubs money line, that one hit yesterday. Kobe White and Hero both have 3 threes. Hero did his job. Kobe, man, hey, ain't that the NBA to have? We got hooked. Needed 2.5. We only got 2. Kobe White, gets pulled in a blowout. That's just, man, without a doubt, that just explains the NBA. NBA has been so ungodly frustrating to bet on this year. They're losing by 30 points. He gets pulled. He needs just one more three for us. And, he hits one late in the last 4 minutes or something like that, and he gets pulled because they're down 30. I mean, it's the end of the year. They weren't going to win, of course, but I mean, leave your guys in. Super frustrating. NBA is just killing me. Well, NBA with that is killing me. And then Matt Olson, God doesn't do anything. I mean, I'm wondering if it's just too early for player props. I feel like this time last year, I was just on fire. I remember just rattling off, total bases, hits, run, RBIs, just killing it. This year, I mean, once again, I felt I had a perfect write-up for Matt Olson, and he just doesn't do anything. Perfect lefty matchup against a pitcher that's getting smoked by lefties, and he had been on a streak, and it just ends. So baseball has been a little rough, to be honest. But we're still positive. Still positive in the Discord. Discord is still positive. More importantly, though, for the podcast here, just been weird, and then it starts to, I've talked about it, starts to make you think, whether or not you need to rethink what you're doing or change it up, So we got some NBA here. Got 2 NBA plays, just one MLB play. So, on these days, especially got to be careful because there's just so many sports to bet on, not to have too many units deployed and stuff like that. So, we'll get into it here though. And, try to get back to some winning. I do the work. Certainly do the work for you guys. If it's not apparent, I'm researching plays and cross-referencing 3 or 4 different websites depending on the sport. And, sometimes these players I feel like I'm giving us our best, putting our best foot forward. And unfortunately, these guys, I wish I was out there swinging the bat. I'd love to be out there, taking a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, trying to see what I can do with it. Probably nothing, but just what are you gonna do, kind of thing, But here we go. Yeah, Mookie's been rough. This year's definitely different for Pops. Has been a little harder. I'll tell you what, the NBA season this year, probably the hardest NBA season I've had to deal with. I think I've been, real heavy, 3 years or so paying attention to NBA, and I struggled. Even some guys that I know to be very good. Actually, we're not gonna get into that. There is somebody I know to be very good in the NBA that I know that struggled. That was actually negative units for the month. Just different, but you got to roll with the punches. We're not gonna make it. Got to evolve, I guess, and stuff, So, anyhow, without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you haven't liked, make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe, all that stuff. I think we're sitting at I'll tell you here in a second. Pull it up. Appreciate all the subscribers. Appreciate all the people that pop in and watch with me. It's really nice to kind of get in and see the same names. Logan, I see you a lot. eBay, I see you a lot. 727 subscribers. Taco, been seeing you a lot too. Nice to be able to get in here and kind of have this crew, join in and stuff. It's been nice. Appreciate the support. Continue to tell your friends, all that stuff. So here we go. Got a graph for you here. Nice screen. Getting into some graphs, getting into some NBA. Got 2 player props that I think I really like. I think I really have an edge here. Gonna run both of these in the Discord. I already popped one in the Discord because I think the line was moving. This one's gonna go in there too, to be honest. We'll see how that goes. But Knicks money line. Man, it's gonna be a tough game, to be honest. But I think the Knicks are a really solid team. They're a better defensive team, so I would probably lean Knicks money line. Yeah, Zach. But first up here, we're going to go Isaiah Hartenstein over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. I'll tell you why I like it. The Knicks are going to need his size against Embiid. Who is it? Mitchell Robinson or whatever. He's been playing, still not 100%, still banged up. This is Hartenstein's. I can't add an S to that. It's messing me up. It's his team. It's Isaiah's team. He should see plenty of minutes. He's got to play big minutes to match Embiid's power, match Embiid's size. They're going to need him in there to complement Embiid. And Embiid's going to get some pretty heavy minutes here today. In the last 2 games, he's ran 33 and 31 minutes in the last 2 games to end out the season. He's seen 28 plus minutes in 8 of his last 10 games. With 28 plus minutes, he's over this total in 18 of his last 20 games. That's the graph that we're looking at here. In 18 of his last 20 games, he is over this 19.5 PRA with an average of 26.6 points, rebounds, and assists combined when he gets at least 28 minutes. Like I said, he's done this in 8 out of his last 10 games. I would be shocked if he does not get a full complement of minutes. What could stop that today? If he gets in foul trouble with Embiid, Embiid gets all kinds of fouls. If we have any sort of blowout or anything like that, in the playoffs, you're gonna generally see a quick punt of the game because obviously we have some more coming in. So we hope that we get a competitive game today too. So that is the downside. We have blowouts in the regular season, but then you can see it turn into a blowout in the playoffs in the early stages because they're like, hey, you can have this one. We're gonna rest our guys. We'll come back and get you game 2. With 30 plus minutes, he's over this in 10 straight games with an average of 28 PRA. Like I said, he's at 31 and 33 in the last 2 games. I feel really good just about what he's been doing here recently on the court with him playing heavier minutes. 76ers defense, can't tell you they're the worst in any sort of category, anything like that. They're also not the best in terms of defending or anything. They're pretty middle of the pack. So we have ourselves a nice, even matchup, I think, here for Isaiah. With a fairly average matchup and the fact that I expect Embiid to log some pretty heavy minutes here today, I think Hartenstein's a good look. Love the PRA here too, because every single thing he's doing, I mean, if he's dishing, if he's getting some good, getting some good assists or anything like that, then we'll be looking good. If he's off the pick and roll or if he's, grabbing rebounds over Embiid, there's times where Embiid doesn't rebound. Or if he's doing it in points. I mean, there's been certainly plenty of times where he's doing it in points, he's doing it in rebounds, or he's getting a bunch of assists. He's played the 76ers 4 times this year. He has only covered this 1 time. However, The time that he played 30 plus minutes, he had 28 PRA against them, almost 10 more than what we need for today. The other 3 misses, his highest minutes was just 23, so he did not get the minutes in like we would hope that he's going to get today. In that game where he had 23, he still did put up just 17 PRA, so he was kind of right there. So first play, Isaiah Hartenstein over 19 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. That number is pretty well available everywhere. I see it minus 122 on FanDuel. I'll see what it is on DraftKings. Because in the NBA, it really does seem like it's all over the place. Let's see, combos. Minus 120. So better line on FanDuel, minus 125 on DraftKings. So that's the first play. Hartenstein over 19 and a half points, rebounds, and assists combined today. The second play up in the NBA, we're going to go with Bradley Beal over 17 and a half points. This line is moving. It is 17 and a half currently on FanDuel. On DraftKings. Let me pull up in FanDuel here real quick because I think it was 18 and a half. 18 and a half at plus money on FanDuel. So it's kind of, teetering back and forth. I went ahead before this podcast started. I popped the 17 and a half into Discord because I wanted that smaller number. So DraftKings is still at the 17 and a half. This graph here in his last 5 games to end the season, he's over this line very easily with an average of 26.8 points per game. So he's been playing really well in his last 5 games. In those games, he played pretty heavy minutes with at least 33 minutes in every game. If you were to look at his yearly, total or whatever, if, search it by 33 or more minutes, he is over in 59% of his games. And he is over in his last 20 with 33 minutes at 65%. So we certainly have a little bit of an edge. I say it, fairly often. It's not 50-50, but essentially, a straight bet is 50-50. And with this amount of minutes, he's hitting at a 59% clip throughout the year. We do have an advantage there at that 59%, obviously, compared to 50-50, not paying attention to the implied line, odds or anything like that. Fun fact, in matinee games, what the heck? Sorry, my last play, the line moved, and now we're gonna have to get creative, I think. In matinee games, he averages 35 points per game this year, which one of which was a 36-point game against the Wolves. He had that explosive game against the Wizards, which everybody and their mother was on it, and I didn't hop on it because I thought, hey, he hasn't really been doing much, but it was kind of his come out game. But he says he likes to play early. He likes to get it out of the way. He likes the matinee games, and he's certainly proven with 35 points per game in those games. He's also been more aggressive, taking at least 13 shots in his last 5 games. With games that he takes at least 13 shots, he's hitting at a 80% clip. He's hitting at an 80% clip on the year when he takes at least 13 shots. If you dumb that down to 10 shots, he's hitting at a 70% clip. So if he's going to continue to get these minutes, if he's going to continue to be aggressive and take these shots, we should be looking at a pretty decent look here for Beal. I think a game where you have a lot of focus on Booker, you have a lot of focus on KD. I think that Beal is going to quietly have himself a good game. Hey, maybe he has himself an explosive game and he comes out and he's got 10 points in the first quarter, something like that. That'd be fantastic. But second play is going to be Bradley Beal over 17 and a half points. Feels great to get back into the NBA. I'll tell you what, I'm afraid of this first game. The Magic and the Knicks, 2 really good defensive teams. Not the Knicks, I'm sorry. Blaze 1366. Appreciate the subscription there, buddy. Magic and the Cavs, 2 really good defensive teams. Feeling scary, feeling like something I want to mess with. So I feel good about the Suns, feel good about the Timberwolves. There is a Lakers prop that I am kind of interested in. But I'm probably going to want to see, that'll be a Discord type thing for those of you that are in there. Hoping to see, these first 2 maybe come in, and then I got a rebounds line here that I'm liking that I might come in on if we look good. Logan, yeah, Luis Castillo looks good for strikeouts. I agree with that for sure. Moving into third play here. Kept the same graphic. I like betting on these Cubs. Going to baseball. I'm getting in here because on FanDuel, I'm seeing this line change. So I want to see what it is on DraftKings real fast. Looking at game 1. And hey, there's a lot of movement going on. I wonder. Let me actually check one other thing because I've been a little busy, like I said, doing that UFL podcast. So let me see. I wonder if like there's some if there's is there some Cubs missing out of this lineup? Maybe Cubs game 1. Bellinger's not playing. Is that why? No Bush either. Ooh, don't love it. Horner, Wisdom's back. I don't like that lineup, guys. Let me see something here. I was gonna go with the Cubs team total. All the lines are messed up. Man, we might just run 2 plays. Because now I'm looking at this first 5 and it's at over 1.5 at -150. Their team total was at 4.5. Now it's 3.5 at -150. It's not playable. That's not playable. You're missing Bush, missing Bush, missing Cody Bellinger in this first game. So you got 2 big bats missing. Even the money lines come down a lot. Logan, yeah, I liked Luzardo because the dude's been just getting rocked. Dude's been getting rocked. I wonder. It might not even show us what the team total is for this second play. But yeah, Munoz or whatever. I think he's making his first start. Cubs team total is over 4.5 in the second game. That sucks, guys. I don't think Bellinger's hurt. You know, he just played last night. I'm sure they're just probably giving him the day off. They're probably just giving. Did Bush play yesterday too? They normally are. Let's see. Look at yesterday's stats here real quick. Oh yeah, Bush didn't play yesterday either. Is he hurt? And he's not in again. So he's got to be playing the third game or the second game. I don't know enough about this pitcher going. I guess you get me live trying to figure stuff out. That's not what you guys had in mind, I'm sure. Let's see what Roddery Munoz. Let's see what he's about real fast. Let's Google him. Where we at? 2024. Woo! 0-3 with a 10.97 ERA in AAA. All right. 10 innings pitched though, so like is he a relief guy? Giving up 10 hits, 14 runs, 3 home runs, 12 walks, and 3 starts. Some command issues. I like it. Fuck it. Not what I had planned, gang. Do like that Cubs money line on the second, -210 to put it with like another, especially after seeing that pitcher. Cubs should whoop him. I don't wonder if like a Cubs second game and Phillies money line got Wheeler on the mound against this White Sox team that sucks, -109. All right, so apologize for the delay. We're just going to run it. Second game. If you guys want to wait, here's the deal. Here's the thing, guys. Cubs team total over 4.5 -128 for the second game of the day. If you want to wait for a lineup, probably the smart thing to do. All right. I'm going to go ahead and lock it in because I don't really have the luxury as I'm live in the heat of the moment right now. I'm going to lock it in. If I were to play this in a Discord, though, I'm 100% waiting on lineups because I want to see Belly in. I want to see Bush in. I want to make sure we have our guys in. I want to make sure in the second that we're not going to be missing, Horner or Morel or anything like that. I want to make sure we're going to have a full complement of people. Cody Bellinger's set quite a few times, I feel like, already. So let's wing it here. Cubs team total over 4.5. Second game -128 is going to be the third play. If you want to wait until you see a lineup, I think that is probably the smart bet. I'm going to lock it in now for the sake of the podcast. At home, the Cubs have scored 5+ in every single win. They have that Shota Imanaga going today against Munoz, if I'm pronouncing. I think I say Imanaga better than I said the other guy's name. Looking at Moon Roddery here, like I just said, 0-3, 10.97 ERA. He had only pitched 10 innings. He's given up 3 home runs. He's walked 12 batters. Guy has not looked good in AAA. It only goes to make sense. It only makes sense that the Marlins are bringing this guy up as the Marlins have been struggling. The one time that the Cubs did not score 5 runs at home was against the Dodgers when they lost 1-4. And every game that they've won at home, they have scored 5 or more runs. In fact, if you take out the 5-0 win that they had in the first game of the year, they've scored 8+ in 5 of those 6 wins that they've had at home. They've been hitting the ball pretty damn well at home. This is a spot where I don't know what it is, but hey, it might make sense to maybe play some first 5 here. But I feel okay going full game team total here because my notes here, guys, talking about Luzardo. Here we go. The Marlins have the 3rd worst bullpen ERA in the league. They're giving up a lot of home runs. And then you have this guy who I think probably isn't going to go deep either, guys, because you're looking at him only pitching 10 innings and 3 combined starts. I don't know who's going to come in behind them, but I mean, they really don't have, it may be even like bullpen. He might even go just 3 innings or something like that. But 1 inning very well could be enough depending on what lineup we get. Is he, I don't know if he's a righty or a lefty even. Righty. He's a righty pitcher, which is cool. Third play is going to be that Cubs kind of pieced it together, kind of on the fly here, but I was already on it for the first game, so I feel okay about it. I usually don't like to bet double headers, but these Cubs bats are hot. So hopefully we have some good runs. And then this third game we get to bring, hopefully Bush comes back in as he's set 2 in a row now. Like once again, I don't know if he's hurt or anything. There's so many players to pay attention to. I bet NBA, MLB, everything like that. I don't know for sure if he's hurt or anything like that, but we'll hopefully see Bellinger back in to get that lefty bat back in. Although Belly does hit well against lefties, he hits pretty good against righties too, though. Hey, that's it for today. So, not as many people live, but on Sundays, I mean, people are celebrating the holiday. I suppose that is today, or out. I hear people mowing. I was gonna mow today, but gosh, it's cold out. It's like 40 degrees outside right now. I might still mow just because it's the only day I really have available to me to do that with my wife's activities for the weekend. But I don't have a recap screen here, so let me pull in it. I'll go ahead and hit the recap here. We'll get audio out of here as usual. Anybody that's live, if you guys have any questions or anything you guys want to look at or anything you guys want to chat about, we'll certainly do that. If not, we'll probably just keep it a light day. I still got a few things I need to do in the Discord here to get some plays out and stuff anyway. So to recap, though, on April 20th here on Lunchtime in the Lab, we're going to go with 2 NBA plays and 1 MLB team total. Isaiah Hartenstein over 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Bradley Beal over 17.5 points. If you are getting to this as an 18.5, I feel okay taking that. I, of course, just want to get to 17.5. It's like I said, it seems like it might be moving up already. And then lastly, for the third play was going to be the Cubs team total over 4.5 for the second game. It was going to be the first game, but we are transitioning to the second game here now. As always, thanks so much for listening, guys. I appreciate you. If you're interested in checking out some of these graphics, getting to see the graphs or getting to see some of the stuff that we have on the stream here, come check me out on YouTube at Lunchtime in the Lab on YouTube, or just search Lunchtime in the Lab and it will certainly pull that up for you guys. But I appreciate you. Make sure you follow me on all social medias at Live Joe Bets, and I will see you guys back tomorrow. All right. YouTube, same thing. I think we'll probably just go ahead and get out of here. Logan, thanks so much for the interaction. lower amount of views today, but like I said, weekends are normally down a bit. And hey, when I'm not winning as much, I'm not gonna have as many viewers. That's the sad part of it, unfortunately. So I'm gonna close it out. My son just woke up too from his nap, short nap. So that was perfect timing. Appreciate you guys. Get some winners. Be careful with today. A lot of NBA, a lot of MLB. There's football on. There's all kinds of stuff. I don't know if playoffs start today or in NHL. Don't go wild. Be careful with the bankrolls and everything like that. And I will see you guys back tomorrow at 11:30.